Morning, everybody. Welcome to Blue Heron Hill. I'm Sue, and my interns are here again with me today. And this patch right here is my garlic patch. If you see this here, this is, and my intern informed me, this is a flower. This is a garlic flower. And if you remember in a couple videos ago, I talked about harvesting the garlic scapes. Well, this scape escaped me. And this is what happens. It sends up that scape that was curly and is now straight and is forming a seed head, or it's the flower that will form the seeds. So I missed one out of maybe 125 or so garlics.
You can harvest and grow garlic from these, which are called bulbils, and they behave like a seed, but technically they're just a clone of the parent plant, and they will take up to 2 to 3 years to mature.
But it is time to get this garlic bed harvested. You'll see these are all dead and dying up at the top. This is late for me. I usually don't let them go this long, but there's no problem with that. This is perfectly fine. I'm gonna get them when I get them, which is now. We have a couple potatoes in this bed because we harvested potatoes last year from this bed. Gonna dig these up, and maybe we got a few more potatoes to add to our bountiful harvest from the last video. If you saw that, I'll link it up here. And how many pounds of potatoes did we get, girls?
56.5 pounds.
56.5 pounds. That's a lot for me, with still more potatoes to harvest, including these two plants here. So let's get started with our garlic harvest.
All right, let's start on this end and we'll proceed on down that way. Now the garlic is buried. I planted these at least 4 inches below the surface of the soil, so I am going to have to dig down. I have a gardening fork. If I pull up and loosen the soil, there we go. And there we are, the first two. And these are the hard neck variety, so this neck stays hard. We won't be able to braid it or anything, but we can tie it in clumps like this. We aren't going to wash this. We're going to let these naturally dry out, and the skin here is going to turn papery. That is a method of curing that we're going to do. Aren't going to brush the soil off. We're going to let it naturally dry. Okay, so I'm going to dig. And my interns are going to pile this up in our cart, and we're going to see what it all looks like. This is a nice size head. This is on the smaller side, but that was probably a small clove that I had planted there. I usually try and keep back the larger cloves for the next year's planting in October. very, very nice.
Oh, I see more. Over there.
Oh, I see one more. You see, my raspberries are inundating my onion bed. But that's okay. I'll have to dig those out.
The raspberries are.
Last one.
Now it's time for those potatoes.
Raspberry break. It's nearing the end of the season, and I have plenty of berries in my freezer. So I'm just letting the rest kind of go for the birds. And we will be getting a raspberry harvest in the fall. It's usually short because of our cold weather, and we often get a frost that kills the raspberry. Okay, we have a few potatoes that were invaders in our garlic bed. I shouldn't say invaders, they were here first.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting much, if anything at all, but we are going to dig and see if we do have anything.
Oh, I already see one. I see two.
one.
I see two. We have two potatoes.
All
Two
right,
potatoes.
look at
Oh,
that.
wow. We got potatoes.
2 potatoes on here,
So they're red potatoes.
and whoop, little babies on this one.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
pluck them out. Let me fork here, see what we have beneath this one. Oh,
Do we see any? I'm afraid. Did this one? Oh. Oh, it made one!
we
Yeah!
have one.
I'm looking for the greatest raspberry ball. But that's gonna
Well,
win.
just a tiny little one.
It's fine.
Pick it up.
Ah. It goes in the big basket.
Oh, one more over here.
Oh, I found it. So small one.
Another little one. Ooh, well,
There's
2
nothing
little
wrong
ones.
with little ones.
There you go. We have an empty garlic bed. All done.
With green potato plant.
This is my preferred place, back under, out my basement door, under a deck. It stays cool here, and it doesn't get direct sunlight, and it has good airflow. These here I use for my onion racks, and here's my new method for my drying rack for my garlic. Haven't tried this before. I saw this. A number of people do it this way. 2 boards together over sawhorses. I am doing a double-decker kind of a setup here with a top row and a bottom row. These on the bottom row, I got to cut off the stalks so they don't hit the ground. But they're spaced across, and then I'll put another row here and until I'm all done. And if I need be, more on the bottom row. So here's what I've been cutting off. We still have a good deal of garlic left in the cart, and my interns are starting with the garlic to put it in the rows. So we'll get started doing that.
that is our garlic harvest for 2022. Fine crop, and we have them drying on our new rack system here. Lots of airflow, which is what they need. The dirt will dry off. The papery skins will form. This will probably could take as much as 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or something like that. I'll have to keep an eye on it. It's in a nice, cool, but dry spot. And don't you think my interns did a fabulous job? Let's hear the cheers for them. Thank you so much. How many heads of garlic did we get?
123.
I think that's correct. And that's just about what I planted last fall. So thank you for following me on my 2022 garlic harvest this year. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and give these gardening interns a good thumbs up. And share this on all your social media platforms. So until the next time, we can go digging in the dirt. Happy gardening. Bye.